Hello, everybody on YouTube. And hello again to everybody in Twitch chat. It's time for the SPL Power Rankings once again. We're ready to be told we're incredibly incorrect by everybody and every metric that could have possibly existed. And these are for November prior to the Phase 3 playoffs. So if you happen to come across this video, as many people keep doing, several months later, please don't get angry at my placements from like 3 months ago. You goddamn idiot, YouTube. You goddamn... Anyway, let's go. Let's spin the freaking wheel, the best part of this whole ordeal. Don't listen to Twitch chat. They're evil. They're leading you astray. What's it gonna be? Looks like an ADC. Oh, mid! Oh, all right. Let's get rid of mids. Let's crack on. Mid lane time. It is time for Snoopy to go where he goddamn belongs, in the number 7 slot. Because Benny Q is number 8. Safe, thanks for the prime. Yeah. Made a stacked roll, but Benny still picking bad characters and losing because of it. And losing, in my opinion, losing his team games. Because I think he grew past this for a bit in the middle of the season, and he started playing what was good, but now he seems to have gone back to this stage where he wants to, you know, play his own little things. I'm sure they're working in scrims, but they're not working in the SPL. The Raz been bad, the Atlas was bad, the Merlin's okay. I'll give him the Merlin. But yeah, Benny not really playing the meta stuff especially well. That's why he's at the bottom. Snoopy also, I think he went 0-7 on Kern, who's kind of the meta mid right now. But, and you'd think he would do well on that, considering he just was playing Hunter in SEC. But yeah, doing an okay job at settling into mid. I think he's been best on, like, he had a good Vulcan game. He had a pretty bad Yu Huang game. A not great Kern game. But yeah, he's above Beanie for coming in. Mid, next up. Okay, this is when I start to have problems already. Who the fuck is the number 6 mid? Is it Veninu? He's kind of improving, but he hasn't been great. I feel like he's coming back. Van into Paul. Yeah, I mean, that kind of aligns with what I was thinking. Van. Is Paul 5th? Paul's been playing well, even when his team's been playing poorly, but has he been playing better than Pigon, Dardes, Bum Tizzler, or Shinto? I don't think so. I don't think so. And then I think 4th place, player who has come off the boil a little bit in the recent past, is going to be Pigon. I feel like I've been pretty unimpressed with Pigon over the last few weeks. Hasn't really had too much impact in the Dragons games I've watched. So, off a cliff. Down you go, Pigon. You got your number 1 place. You got your screenshot. He's better than Big Man? I don't agree with that. I think Big Man comes into 3rd place. I think there were some games, especially prior to the Netrioid for Yark switch, where the Kings were getting, like, dragged over the line by Big Man and Genetics. Like, fully dragged over the line by those guys. So, yeah. Dardes did win on Hera recently. Does that make him number 2 or number 1? I could put him... I think I'll put him number 2. Yeah, I think Dardes has been playing well. Shinto into number 1 spot. Because he's on the way up. He's been playing very, very well. Him and Panatom, I think, have been like the driving forces for the Leviathans. Both playing very, very well. And yeah, Pigon 4th. Yeah, he fell down. He's dropped off a cliff. He's gone from 1st to 4th. There's you can see the change here. Dardes stays solid, and so does Big Man. Shinto and Pigon swap. Paul, I think, stays where he was. Then up 1, which I think is fair. Beanie Q down a couple, and a new entry in Snoopy. Shinto's been juicing, for sure. Why is Dardes second? Dardes is playing really, really well. He's had a really good, like, second half of Phase 3, in my opinion. Really good. Mickey Vulcan abuser? No, I guess that's true. He did own. Pigon is at least in top 3. I think that mid is a very competitive role. I don't think he's better than Big Man Dardes or Shinto. That's just my opinion. You can fight for it. I had him number 1 in my last one, but I think the Dragons have been. I don't know if they've taken their foot off the gas or whatever, but generally they've just looked nowhere near as good in the last year. I think maybe because they were all number 1 on the tier list, they got complacent. They got really complacent, and it's my fault, really. So I've let you down, Scream, and I apologize for that. It won't happen again. You'll be back where you belong, mid-table. All right, next up. What are we doing? Support. Yeah, that emote comes up a lot in opportune moments. I don't know, man. Let me pick one at random and tell you which one you looked complacent in. What about the Levi's one where you got beat 2-0 in like the second last week? You're complacent as hell. I didn't watch the Bolts set, to be honest, so I don't get to say that one. 2-1? Oh yeah, you basically got 2-0 though, because you lost. A loss is a loss is a loss. Anyway, support. Support, 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 support. Where are we putting... Yeah, but that happened in the last set you played them as well, Scream. That happened in the last set. You can't have it happen 2 sets in a row. Then it's not lucky. Then it's you guys being shit. Maybe learn to secure an objective, or just reset the fire and fight, or just be better. Huh? You ever thought about that? You goddamn idiot. Do I have a link for this Excel sheet? I don't. I don't think it's shared. It's mine. You can't have it. All right. Next up, support. The support role. You know what? I don't think there are any true stinkers in this role anymore. Jake, last power rankings, was a stinker. I think he's come out of it a bit, you know? I don't think he's a stinker anymore. He's up the charts. Support role... He was so bad before. There's a couple people who I think aren't playing too well. So we got to think about this. So my bottom 3. Let's say who my bottom 4 are Gamma, Hurry, Jack, and Aurora. In what order do I put those? So I think... Sheesh. Thanks, Seraphith. Let's have a think about it. I'm trying to go through the games recently. I do feel like Jake stepped it up. He had like a good Athena game. And the Bolts managed to get some wins recently. I think he played pretty well in the set versus the Valks, if I remember right. Let me look back. I'm looking back. I actually have to look back. Because I want to make sure I'm remembering right. They 2-0'd the Valks. Jake played Athena. And Athena. Oh, he played 2 Athena games. Maybe that's why I thought he played so well. Hari's had a couple good games. He had that Atlas game and the win against the Warriors where he played well. It was like game 2 they won. But he has had a couple stinkers also. Especially earlier on. He's probably going to grow into the role. I think I'm going to go... Do we keep Jake down the bottom? He has just come off of a good set, but it was at the end of the year. I don't think it mattered anymore. Let's do this. Do I even think that? I think I'm going to... No. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do Gamma. And then Aurora. Aurora at 5th feels high to me. But I don't think I want to put any of the 3 below him above him, you know? Aurora at 5th feels high, because I don't think Aurora is playing very well right now. Gamma is higher than Hurry and Jake? Yes. Gamma's been better than those two. He's had some struggle games, like I think when he picked Jimmy, he struggled and some things like that, but I don't think the problems in the Valks are that much to do with Gamma. Hurry not last is crazy, yeah. I could have put Hurry last. He's down there with Jake, I think, and I don't know. Maybe I'm being influenced by the chat too much, because I do think Jake had a couple decent games recently. I think maybe it's because I've put it in all your minds that he was real stinking previously. And now we're all just sticking to that. But he has stepped it up since the last time I looked at him, for sure. But you know what? We'll keep him down here. Maybe he'll keep stepping it up. Number 4. Number 4. Who have we got? We've got Neil. We've got Wrong You. We've got GeneTix. And we've got Polar Bear Mike. I think it's Neil. Is it Neil? Let me engage my brain for a second here. Yeah, I think it's Neil. Neil's been pretty solid recently. He's stopped his like big mistakes, and he's just like a solid support now. All these guys are pretty just solid at the moment, honestly. There's no support who's like going crazy, making crazy plays. They're all just kind of doing their jobs. And the ones at the top are the ones who get picked the least and lose their team the least games. You know, there's no real highlight plays out of supports right now. I think there is. I think I will. I think I'm going to go Michael 3, Ronnie 2, GeneTix 1. I think GeneTix was already playing really well prior to the hardcore pickup. There's been a couple games where he's dragged his team over the line. And yeah, I've just been generally impressed with him. I think he's playing well. GeneTix number 1 for Phase 3 playoffs. Dragons on top? They're not. Look, Dragons were on top in October. Remember? When they were the best? How did that work out for them? They fucking sucked after that. I ruined them. It's my bad. It's my bad. I should have seen it coming. Yeah, I think Genetics has been playing really well lately. We'll see if he can pull it off going into the playoffs as well. Sheesh. Tigers, thanks for the 20. Flavor piss we drinking today? It is, what is this called? It's pineapple, something Pineapple Express IPA? Is that, someone will know. It's a British brewery. Okay. Next up, what are we doing? Solo? God, what a banger. Okay. Solo, Dolo. You know what? The solos on the bottom teams are actually playing pretty well right now. You know, the bottom 3 teams, you would say, are sort of Scarabs, Bolts, Valks. Aqua's making a case right now to be the best player on this team. Baskin's making a case to be the best player on this team. Scary's making a case to be the best player on this team right now. I think they're all playing like relatively well, in all honesty. And the rest of the solos, decent. Varieties, he's always like solid and not that crazy good, but I think over the last phase he's been less impressive in his solidity. He still like isn't feeding, you know, but he's not doing as much as he used to in team fights, I think. Yeah, this is difficult. Solo's always hard. Okay. I think I do have to put Scary 8th, even though I think Scary's not playing that bad. This is like the story of Solo, though, right? The number 8 player, you're like, yeah, he's playing pretty well. Surely Laspro over Baskin? Yeah, I do think Laspro probably is the best player on the Bolts. But Baskin's making a case to be the best also. Would I just rate them the same as the team standings? Nah. Because they have been better than others. I actually think Aqua was... See, this one I probably had Aqua above Baskin, right? But I think in recent memory, like especially the last week of play, I would definitely have Baskin above Aqua. How recency bias are we going? Are they both? All right, okay. So I think Baskin is above Aqua, but are they above anyone else? Let me look. Are they above Variety or Salt? I actually think there's a case for them to be above Variety or Salt. This is difficult. This is difficult. I can't believe I'm going to put Salt 7th and Aurora 5th. I think that is what I'm going to do. Am I... You know what? I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. This is where we're at. Aqua's not 5th. He's been decent. Okay, you know what? I'll swap it. This is for Nika and Nika only. Also a little bit for Variety, I guess. But Baskin still slots in at 4th. Aqua does throw a lot of games. I think he's been very, very good compared to other solo laners. Like he did get he got picked at FG once recently, right, and lost his team a game. That's the only one I remember. But there was one I remember it happening. Harry at 6 is criminal even if he's not playing that well. Well, yeah. Throws a lot? Wow. Look at all these toxic pro players. If they're the best, if they're all the best of their team, then they should just be at team standing because everyone is doing the best as their team is. No, because if you're the best on your team, but you're the only one playing well, you might be 8th, but you might be like playing as a 5th place player. Whereas if you're the best on your team and multiple people are playing well, you might be, you know, in 6th place, but you might be playing worse than the guy who's in 8th. Sorry. What? I think the cat wants up. Are you coming up? Oh, well, maybe not. Sorry, there's a cat under my desk. I'm trying to figure out what he wants. Rubbing aggressively against my legs. Let's see. See if he comes up. Okay, we have cat. We have a cat. And now we'll carry on with the power rankings. Oh, God. Next up, 3rd place solo. We have Nika, Fine OK, and Haddix. I think I'll go Nika. 3rd. Ow. Ow. Your claws are in my leg. Okay. Nika number 3. And then I think... Oh, he's licking my arm. Haddix number 2. Is Fine OK still number 1? Let me engage my brain. Engaging my brain. Engaging my brain. Yes. Let's keep him number 1. Even though he has become complacent like the rest of the Mickey Dragons. Michael Mouse team. See if you can hear him purring. Okay. Quick purr break for the cat. He doesn't like to go near the microphone. Let me turn him around. We'll look up. There you go. Noise gate too high. Unlucky. It's never going to happen. All right, I'm not putting any of your players higher. Sorry, chat. People really pissed about these? I think all these are very, very good. Just genius rankings overall so far. All right. Next up, we'll spin the wheel. Haddix replaced Hardcore and Levi's became a top team. I got him as number 2. I don't think he was playing that. I think sometimes you make a roster change, and the roster change isn't necessarily what makes your team all that much better. New practice, well, the roster change is, but it's not direct player for player difference, you know? It can be because you've got a new practice environment, because everybody's motivated, because you bring new ideas, things like that. Oh, no, he knows. He knows. All right, cat off the lap. Back to me, Cam. I apologize. But yeah, I think number 2 is pretty good. Being the second best in the world at something. It's crazy. Like me in season 3 World Championship when I was the second best coach in the world after Zeros. I'd been doing it for 1 month. All right, let's do the wheel. ADC. All right. ADC role is up next. Okay. You know who is back to what they've been doing it again. It's Wowie. Sorry, Wowie. He's back at number 8. He made it out. He snuck out of there all the way to number 5. But he's back. He's playing bad. And he's number 8. You know who's slightly above him? The player who got kicked. Netrioid. Definitely down. Actually, you know what? I think maybe Stu's still under Netrioid. I think he might be. I think Stu might still be down here. No, no. I've changed my mind. We're going Netrioid, and then we're going Stu. All right. Oh, wait, hang on. What about Barra? No, Barra's been back. Barra's been back. He's been back. I think Barra slots in at 5th now. He's been performing. He has been good. Have you watched the recent Bolt sets where they've been winning? He's been Barracuda comboing everybody. He's back. He's back. He played Dan Zaburo and won. Who does that? You gotta go in there. He's like, poof. You see it? It was crazy. Barra's been playing well. 2 R's, 2 C's, 2 D's. That is someone who is definitely not biased in any way. So, you know he's up there. Stu over Barra over Nat? Barra over you? Yeah, Stu. You're still not back, man. You're still not back. You're still floundering. We need to see more, Stu. You were okay with the 8th last time, but you're back? Okay. Maybe you are back. Maybe you're different. But I don't know. Next up, number 4 ADC. Who have we got left? Let me brain on here. We've got Vote, we've got Panda Cat, we've got Hardcore, and we've got Zapman. Zap has been playing better. He did drop like didn't he go like, wasn't he 0-8 at some point in a game recently, and then did they win it? He was going crazy. 0-11 or 2-11. It wasn't a bit. They almost won it, yeah. Yeah, let's put Steve in here. Okay. Now I gotta think. Now this is where things become difficult. Can I put Hardcore any higher than 3? He had a crazy game on Cupid for the Kings recently. He was very, very good. Yark is won by far. I think you're overly recency biased here, Cosmic. I'm going to decide on my own. I'm going to decide on my own. And I will be going... I think I'll be going Hardcore 3rd. Vote 1st. And Panda Cat 2nd. I think that's where I'm going. I think I am on the train of Vote's been playing very, very well. I think he's been really good. Just very, very consistent. And Panda Cat, also extremely consistent and extremely good, but he fell off like the rest of the Dragons. The entire Dragons team has fallen off, as we all know. Final K has actually fallen off a lot, but he's still number one. He was just that much better. He's only barely better than Hedix now, sadly. But yes, what do you want? Scottish biased? Yeah, I put vote too high. What, you had him number 2, number 4. I have no idea what this one is. Okay, I've had him top 4 all year. But I mean, that's just how it goes with the only Warriors side lanes. They're normally going to be top 4. All right. How mad are you about the ADC one? I think people were maybe the least mad about the ADC one. Barra above people, maybe you're upset about. Maybe you'd have Barra 6th or 7th. But other than that, people seem to be okay with it. Trolled last game? Didn't they? They lost a game they didn't troll as well, though. They lost to the Levi's and they lost to someone else as well. Let me look. I didn't even watch the set they got 2-0'd when they trolled, by the way. I'm looking at the results. Dragons only beat the Titans 2-1. I mean, come on. And they lost 2-1 to the Leviathans, I'm sure. Yes. Ruined SPL. The fact that they lost made the troll meaningless. Oh, the Valks. If I saw it, I'd agree that it was really bad trolling. I didn't watch it. I was watching some rugby and getting slizzard, you know. All right, jungle time. Jungle time. Wait, who are we gonna get? Who's it gonna be? Who knows? Could be anybody. All right. Jungle. Let's have a look at the junglers. Fucking hell. Gotta check something. Because I think we got a change. Yeah, Scream number 8. Number 8. No. Is number 8 layers? Is number 8 layers? He's just not been the same player since he started playing from home. He really hasn't been. So I think he is number 8. I think Sam stepped it up slightly. Still not incredible, but he makes it into 7th. And then is it Twig? Twig's had, I think, 2 or 3 good games out of like the last like 6 sets. He's been bad a lot. Twig has had a big bounce back? No, you're just thinking because he had that one good Lancelot game, he's had a bounce back. I don't know that he is quite back yet. He had a very, very good Lancelot game. He went crazy. He had like an okay rat game, and he's had another good Lancelot game like the week before. But there's been a lot of bad games out of Twig outside of that. I feel like for a lot of, especially like before Hardcore came along, it was like Genetics and Big Man like clawing the Kings over the line in games. I can't do that, Deathwalker. I'm sorry. He is playing well though. He isn't 6th though. I think he is. Well, I mean, you could argue Kirmi, but I won't. I'll put Twig below Kirmi. I think you go Twig, Kirmi, and then I think Kirmi has fallen off a bit as well, by the way. I don't think he's playing as well as he was previously, but it's hard to say. Sometimes, like, a team like the Valks, they just kind of all look bad just now because they're playing bad, I guess. It's hard to put them anywhere. Yeah, anyway. Kirmi could be below Twig. Kirmi could be 6th. He's definitely not lower than Sam or Layers, I don't think. Okay. Next up. Okay, let me do this. I'll do that. And then we can think about Laspera, Scream, and Cuvo. They're all right next to each other. That's cute. We can have a think about that. I really like the way Cuvo's been playing recently. Have you been good, Scream? Are you back? He could be second. I fell off? I think you fell off, P-God. You and the Dragons. I don't even watch. I've only missed the set where you didn't play properly. That's the only time I missed it. Apart from all the times I was drunk and I didn't really watch. All right, let's do Scream number 2. Cuvo number 3. Laspera number 4. I think Cuvo, Laspera, Scream, it's closer. I've really liked the way Cuvo's playing. I feel like the thing with the Warriors is I feel like if they're winning, Cuvo's playing well. If they're losing, Cuvo's playing bad. And they've been winning lately. So yeah, I'll stick him in there. And yeah, let's do the overall rankings. Let's count them up. Let's count them up. Number 1 team, probably the Leviathans. Can I do this maths? 2, 3, 4, 6, 10. Does that make sense? Probably. And then number 2 is probably going to be the Dragoons. 1, 3, 7, 10, 12. And then you're going to have the Warriors, which is 3, 6, 8, 12, 13. They're only 1 point behind the Dragons when they're... What are you right now? 6th seed? 5th seed? You're 4th? That's basically 6th. Oh yeah, because 4th plays 5th, right? Or something? Anyway, you suck. Kings are probably 4th. 5, 11, 14, 15, 18. Someone want to do the maths for the bottom ones for me while I do the 5th and 6th. Then it's going to be probably Bolts with 4, 8. I'm not going to believe you when you do it, am I? 4, 8, 14, 22, 27. 36 for the Scarabs, thank you. And then Titans are 7, 15, 20, 25, 31. And Valks are 33. Thank you. Teamwork, chat. Teamwork. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. All right. Here are your power rankings. The Valks do end up scraping their way into 7th over 8th, despite the fact that they did end. If I'm not mistaken, did they not end 8th? Let me pull it up. The standings even go... Yeah, they did end 8th. Hashtag Valks to 6th. Sorry, Valks. You gotta get roasted. Where'd I put Deathwalker? In fucking Europe, where he belongs. Fancy Booty, thanks for the 23. Who did the Valks beat again? Levi's and who? Did they not? They beat the Dragons. That was one of their 2 wins. No. Was that right? That is right, right? No, they lost 2-0. Am I thinking of a different thing? I could check the scores. Kings and Bolts. Oh. What the hell? What is this? Okay, I don't know how to work this website still. It's been too many years. Kings and Bolts. Okay. Justice for Verity? Well, maybe he should start playing well again. Thanks for the 2 years. Notice you're not last? You're welcome. Yeah, PayPal me whenever you want, hurry. The website is dog shit. It's not great. It's not ideal. At least they fixed... have they fixed a lot of the bugs? Let's just say they have. And pretend that I'm not going to find them. Cool. The Bolts shouldn't be this high. Yeah. I mean, I think the Titans are just... The Titans have been real bad. I mean, there's only 1 win between these 2 teams, remember? They're only 1 win off each other. And I think if you look at recent tour games... Oh, yeah, it was the 2-0 Bolts got there that it was Mickey. But Bolts did win 2-0, 2-0. And did they win another set recently? No, they lost 2-1 to the Titans Well, that kind of blows my theories out of the water. Took a game off the Kings. That was when the Kings were playing bad. They beat the Scarabs 2-0. They beat the Bony Warriors 2-1. See? See? They're kind of good. All right. I think that's it. I think that's it for the power rankings. GG, everybody. Great stuff. I'll tweet them out. Make sure and direct your rage there. And remember, YouTube, if you're watching this video in like May of 2023, don't get angry about the rankings. Fuck. All right. See you later, YouTube. Say the bell. Like, comment. Bell. Say the bell. See ya.